Peace be to you all. Assalamu alaikum. This is Omar Abdul Malik, physician assistant and health education specialist. So I'm shuffling along at a 14-minute mile pace for my long run. Man, I did not feel like coming out here today. I'm very tired and I have to go to work tonight. But I'm out here nonetheless. I have a commitment to my health. I'm not going to win any races, but I'm still out here trying to take care of myself. God willing, inshallah. I wanted to address my fellow black men, since this is February, so-called Black History Month. I have some misgivings about that because I think that, African American should be included in American history. We're an integral part of this, the fabric of this country. So we shouldn't have just our own month. Include us in history as part of the human race. Now, I say that segues into doing what it takes to make yourself part of history. I worked very hard, and a lot of the fellow black men that you've seen me interview in some of my videos, whether they're nurse practitioners, respiratory therapists, or doctors, it's a lot of hard work, years of sacrifice, years of money, investing money and time into something for which you will probably not be acknowledged ever in your life, because mainstream society simply does not reward black men, but black men in particular, I would say, or anybody, but black men in particular. If you're not entertaining people, mainstream society people, if you're not entertaining them with your comedy or singing or rapping or running around with a ball, whether it's a baseball, football, or basketball, you're not going to be really acknowledged for that. And your form of practice is not on the court. Your form of practice is staying in a basement library, as me and my colleagues did. When I was at UDC, University of the District of Columbia, in Howard, at 2 HBCUs, we'd be in these libraries. Sometimes the library wasn't as pretty as the one in Georgetown University or George Washington, and there might be like moldy carpet and roaches, and they're putting in hours worth of work, studying. Maybe not even to do that well on an exam, but just to pass it, do the best you can. A lot of us worked because we didn't have financial aid, or we didn't come from families who could just write us checks. Not that all white guys come from families that can write them checks through school, but it meant it was work for which you were not going to be rewarded by mainstream society. You didn't have any accolades like, yo, wow, look at that, man. Look at that dude, the way he's going through that pathophysiology book. Hey, how are you? Hey there. That's so awesome. You're trying to study and cram this information in your head and hopefully get halfway decent grades. And nobody's going to give you accolades for that. Because you're not slam dunking a basketball, or running down the football field and doing a dance at the end of the when you make that touchdown. Hey, and not that there's anything wrong with that. I think brothers have got to make their money how and when they can, as long as it's positive. Hey, but you do what you can. But when you're trying to establish yourself as an intellectual elite, which is what academia is. And I may sound like I'm bougie or a house Negro before you call me that. Understand that's what going to school is. That's what going to college is. I don't care if you're preparing for your GREs or your MCATs or your LSATs or your SATs or ACTs. You have to put the time in. And, you know, becoming an intellectual elite requires time. You know, because that's just getting into undergraduate is just the beginning. You know, then you do grad school and you go to law school or medical school. Or like me, if you want to do the doctorate. Yeah, my dissertation took 40 years. It was very frustrating. It cost me a lot of money. I went into debt because of it. Hey, so you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, here's some water.
Just so tired.
Here, come on. I'm tired too. You'll be okay. We'll have some cake and ice cream after the run. It's my oldest son. You gotta push yourself and understand why you're doing it, and also understand that, you know, there's not going to be any jersey for you. Nobody's going to hang your jersey at the end of your academic sojourn. You might get a long white lab coat. You might get your cap and gown. Take some pictures. But, you know, there's no tangible awards or rewards on the same level. Okay, just keep it on the same level that we see entertainers. That's just the way it is. So you have to just push yourself for yourself and your family and your community. I'm kind of rambling, but I hope you understand my point. My brother just graduated a couple of years ago from Columbia University. He went back and he's 47. He finished when he was 45 or 46. My dad went back to school. He got a master's. My dad went back to school in his early 50s. Got a master's from Harvard. You know, I went back to school and got my doctorate in my early 40s. You know, there was no fanfare or anything other than congratulatory remarks from our families and friends. And sometimes your so-called friends, you find out how they really feel about you. Oh, look at that. HNIC got the white man's paper. Yeah, I guess you think you're really somebody now. Got the white man's education. So we put each other down. We don't do that with LeBron. You know, we push him up because he's a basketball player. We push up the black comedians and the black rappers, even the fake ones that pretend like they're gang members, but really aren't. But that's the way it is. So you guys you brothers that decide to take this journey called higher academics, know that it's a huge struggle, and you know there's still things that you will have to deal with. You know, if you get into an Ivy League school or upper echelon school, you're going to be accused of, well, you just got here because of affirmative action. You know, you get the job. I've usually been the only black guy at my job, whether it's part of a hospital group or a laboratory group. Well, you just got here because of affirmative action. You're going to get that. And then you just have to, you know, you just kind of grin and bear it sometimes. But you can prove yourself by doing things like publishing papers. I got a good buddy of mine. We did our doctorate at the same time at A.T. Still University. Dr. Darrell Burrell. This brother's published over 100 papers in peer-reviewed journals, presented at national conferences. So that's how you prove yourself. And just know that it can be a kind of lonely road, but it's the path that you choose to follow. Oh God, I feel horrible. Whew. But that's all I'm doing. I'm rambling and running at the same time. I don't know if you can see this. It's so beautiful out here, man. And be grateful also. Be grateful for the things that we've been given and the things that we earn. You know, nobody's gonna just give you stuff. You know, you shouldn't want that anyway. But just work hard. Hit me up in the comments section. Subscribe if you want. You know, if you don't want to, it's fine too. Hey, you can reach me on Instagram, or I'll put my email if you're trying to get into school. I'll try to help you out to the best of my ability. Peace.